Ever felt knocked down by life's curveballs? The audiobook, Outsmart Setbacks, Mastering the Art of Resilience in the Face of Failure, is your game changer. Discover how to transform setbacks into springboards for success, cultivate unshakable mental fortitude, and innovate your way through any challenge. Don't let adversity hold you back. Learn to thrive in uncertainty or risk missing out on your full potential. Your resilient future starts here. Before we go on, I invite you to download the free bundle, which contains the ebook version of this book and an executive summary of all the chapters with the key takeaways. Studies show that engaging with content through multiple formats significantly enhances learning and retention. Click on the first link in the description to claim your free bundle now and maximize your learning potential. Now it's free, but it won't be for long, so make sure to grab it while you can. Chapter 1, Rising Start. Life is a journey filled with unexpected twists and turns, challenges that test our resolve, and moments that define our character. In the face of adversity, some crumble while others rise, stronger and more determined than ever. What sets these individuals apart? The answer lies in their ability to cultivate resilience, a skill that can be learned, honed, and mastered. As you open this book, you're taking the first step on a transformative path. This chapter marks the beginning of your journey towards becoming more resilient, more adaptable, and ultimately more successful in the face of life's inevitable setbacks. But why start here? Why focus on rising before you've even encountered a fall? The power of a proactive mindset cannot be overstated. By deciding to grow and strengthen your resilience before adversity strikes, you're already positioning yourself for success. This preemptive approach, rooted in motivational psychology, can dramatically shape how you respond when challenges do arise. It's about creating a mindset that's not just ready for obstacles, but eager to transform them into stepping stones. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain. The peak seems distant, perhaps even insurmountable. But with each step you take, with each challenge you overcome, you're not just climbing, you're evolving. This is the essence of the journey you're about to embark upon. As you progress through this book, you'll discover practical tools and strategies to build your resilience muscle. But it all starts here, with a spark, a decision to rise, to grow, to embrace the transformative power of adversity. This initial commitment is crucial. It's the foundation upon which all future progress will be built. So, what can you expect to achieve as you begin this journey? First and foremost, you'll gain a deep understanding of why proactively addressing setbacks is so fundamental to personal growth and success. This isn't about waiting for problems to arise and then scrambling to address them. It's about cultivating a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities, that approaches each obstacle with curiosity and determination rather than fear or resignation. You'll also develop that crucial initial spark of motivation, the internal fire that will fuel your progress, even when the path becomes difficult. This motivation isn't fleeting or superficial. It's a deep-seated commitment to your own growth and development, a recognition that each challenge you face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more capable. But this is just the beginning. As you continue to apply the principles and practices you'll learn in this book, you'll notice profound changes in how you approach life's challenges. Over time, you'll develop a level of resilience that allows you to not just weather storms, but to thrive in them. You'll find yourself naturally inclined to see setbacks not as roadblocks, but as detours leading to unexpected opportunities for learning and growth. Imagine facing a major professional setback, perhaps a project failure or a missed promotion. Instead of being devastated or discouraged, you approach the situation with a clear mind and a determined spirit. You analyze what went wrong, extract valuable lessons, and use this knowledge to propel yourself forward with even greater momentum. This is the power of cultivated resilience. So what's involved in this process? What are the most important steps you need to take? It starts with a deliberate choice, a conscious decision to focus on growth and resilience. This isn't about positive thinking or wishful optimism. It's about adopting a realistic yet empowering perspective on life's challenges. Next, it's about creating small, consistent actions that build momentum. Resilience isn't built overnight, nor is it the result of grand sweeping gestures. It's cultivated through daily practices, through small wins that accumulate over time. This might involve setting aside time each day for reflection, practicing mindfulness techniques, or engaging in activities that challenge you just beyond your comfort zone. Another crucial step is the practice of daily affirmations or mindset exercises. These aren't empty platitudes, but powerful tools for reshaping your thought patterns and reinforcing your commitment to growth. By consistently reminding yourself of your strength, your potential, and your ability to overcome obstacles, you're laying the groundwork for resilience that will serve you in times of crisis. Why are these steps so important? Why have they been chosen as the foundation of this journey? The answer lies in their ability to lay the psychological groundwork for resilience. By focusing on these fundamental practices, you're not just preparing for future challenges, you're actively rewiring your brain to approach difficulties with a growth mindset. These steps also ensure immediate applicability. You don't have to wait for a major crisis to start seeing results. From day one, you'll be able to apply these principles to the small challenges you face in daily life, gradually building your resilience muscle. Moreover, this approach provides a structured way to sustain a positive trajectory over time. Resilience isn't a destination, it's an ongoing journey. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you're creating a framework for continuous growth and development. As you begin to implement these strategies, you'll start to build early momentum. This is crucial, as it helps overcome the inertia that often holds people back from making meaningful changes in their lives. The concept of small wins is particularly powerful here. Each time you successfully navigate a minor setback or challenge, you're building confidence and reinforcing your belief in your own resilience. Consider the last time you faced a small obstacle, perhaps a missed deadline or a minor disagreement with a colleague. How did you respond? Did you let it derail your day, or did you approach it as an opportunity to practice problem-solving and emotional regulation? By focusing on these small, achievable goals, you create a positive feedback loop that fuels further growth and development. Of course, this journey isn't without its challenges. Fear can be a powerful deterrent, holding us back from fully embracing the growth opportunities that adversity presents. It's natural to feel apprehensive about facing difficulties head-on, but part of building resilience is learning to acknowledge these fears without letting them control your actions. As you progress through this book, you'll discover strategies for addressing and overcoming these fears. You'll learn to create mental space for new ideas and approaches, opening yourself up to the transformative lessons that each chapter offers. The journey ahead is filled with potential. Each chapter will introduce you to new concepts, strategies, and perspectives that will enhance your resilience toolkit. From understanding the nature of setbacks to cultivating mental fortitude, from rapid recovery techniques to the art of strategic reframing, you'll be equipped with a comprehensive set of tools to navigate life's challenges. But remember, this is just the beginning. The true power of resilience lies not in knowing these concepts, but in applying them consistently in your daily life. As you turn the page to the next chapter, carry with you the commitment you've made to your own growth and development. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead, knowing that each one is an opportunity to strengthen your resilience muscle. The path of resilience is not always easy, but it is invariably rewarding. It's a journey that will transform not just how you handle setbacks, but how you approach life itself. With each obstacle you overcome, with each challenge you turn into an opportunity, you're not just bouncing back, you're bouncing forward, evolving into a stronger, more adaptable version of yourself. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on the commitment you've made. You've taken the first step on a transformative journey. The road ahead may be uncertain, but armed with the tools and mindset you'll develop, you're ready to face whatever comes your way. In the next chapter, we'll delve deeper into the nature of setbacks themselves. You'll gain a clearer understanding of the various forms adversity can take and how to spot patterns that often lead to failure. This knowledge will be your compass, guiding you through the challenges that lie ahead and helping you navigate the sometimes turbulent waters of personal and professional growth. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Grow to the Top and activate notifications to receive more self-improvement tips that will supercharge your growth. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you for your support. Chapter 2: Setbacks Defined. Life's journey is rarely a straight path. It's filled with twists and turns, unexpected detours, and sometimes what feels like insurmountable obstacles. These challenges, these moments that test our resolve and push us to our limits, are what we commonly refer to as setbacks. But what exactly are setbacks, and why is understanding them so crucial to our personal and professional growth? As we embark on this chapter, we'll delve deep into the nature of setbacks, exploring their various forms and the impact they have on our lives. But more importantly, we'll uncover the hidden patterns that often lead to these obstacles, equipping you with the knowledge to anticipate and navigate them with greater ease. Think of setbacks as the plot twists in the story of your life. They're the unexpected turns that keep things interesting, challenging, and ultimately rewarding. Just as a skilled reader can often anticipate the twists in a well-crafted novel, you too can learn to spot the signs of impending setbacks in your own life story. But why is this ability so important? Imagine you're driving a car on a winding mountain road. The ability to see around the next bend, to anticipate the sharp turns and potential hazards, would dramatically increase your chances of reaching your destination safely. Similarly, in life, recognizing setbacks early can prevent them from escalating into major crises. This early recognition allows for timely action. Instead of being caught off guard and reacting in panic, you can approach challenges with a calm, resourceful mindset. It's the difference between frantically swerving to avoid an obstacle and smoothly navigating around it with plenty of time to spare. But setbacks aren't always dramatic, life-altering events. They come in all shapes and sizes, from major professional crises to everyday annoyances. Understanding this diversity is key to developing a comprehensive resilience strategy. External challenges often come in the form of unforeseen events or conflicts. These might include economic downturns affecting your business, unexpected changes in your industry, or conflicts with colleagues or clients. They're the factors outside your immediate control that can throw a wrench in your carefully laid plans. On the other hand, internal obstacles can be just as, if not more, challenging. These are the setbacks that originate from within. The self-doubt that holds you back from taking risks, the procrastination that delays your progress, or the fear of failure that prevents you from even trying. These internal setbacks can be particularly insidious because they often operate below the surface of our conscious awareness. As we explore these different types of setbacks, you might start to notice patterns in your own life. Perhaps you'll recognize a tendency to procrastinate on important tasks, or a habit of avoiding difficult conversations. These patterns, these recurring themes in our setbacks, are crucial to identify because they often hold the key to our growth. But identifying these patterns is just the first step. The real power lies in understanding the habitual responses that amplify adversity. Do you tend to avoid challenges, hoping they'll resolve themselves, or do you panic, making rash decisions that often make the situation worse? These habitual responses, while they might feel natural or even protective in the moment, often serve to reinforce and amplify our setbacks. Consider for a moment how you typically react when faced with a challenge. Do you immediately spring into action, or do you withdraw, hoping the problem will disappear on its own? Do you seek help and support, or do you try to shoulder the burden alone? These responses, repeated over time, can create behavioral loops that reinforce failure. But here's the exciting part. Once you become aware of these patterns and habitual responses, you gain the power to change them. This awareness is the catalyst for dismantling the beliefs and behaviors that have been holding you back. To help you develop this awareness, let's explore a practical exercise. Take a moment to reflect on the setbacks you've faced in the past year. List them out and try to categorize them. Are they primarily external challenges or internal obstacles? Do you notice any recurring themes? As you engage in this exercise, you might be surprised by what you discover. Perhaps you'll notice that many of your setbacks stem from a fear of confrontation, leading you to avoid difficult conversations until they escalate into larger problems. Or maybe you'll realize that a tendency to overcommit often leaves you stretched thin and unable to meet your obligations. This exercise isn't about self-criticism or dwelling on past failures. Instead, it's about gaining clarity and insight. It's about shining a light on the patterns that have been operating in the shadows of your awareness so you can begin to address them head-on. But awareness alone isn't enough. The next step is to practice reframing these challenges, to see them not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and learning. This shift in perspective is powerful, transforming setbacks from sources of frustration and despair into catalysts for personal and professional development. Let's try another exercise. Think of a recent challenge you faced. Now, instead of focusing on the difficulties it presented, try to identify the opportunities it created. Did it force you to develop new skills? Did it lead you to valuable insights about yourself or your work? Did it open up new possibilities you hadn't considered before? This reframing process isn't always easy, especially when you're in the midst of a difficult situation. It takes practice and persistence, but over time it becomes more natural, allowing you to approach setbacks with a growth mindset rather than a fixed one. As you develop this skill of defining and reframing setbacks, you'll likely encounter some common pitfalls. One of the most prevalent is the tendency to overgeneralize setbacks as permanent failures. When faced with a challenge, it's easy to fall into all-or-nothing thinking, seeing a single setback as evidence of total and irreversible failure. The antidote to this overgeneralization is to break setbacks down into manageable parts. Instead of seeing a project failure as evidence of your incompetence, break it down into its component parts. What specific aspects didn't work? What elements were successful? By breaking the setback down, you not only make it less overwhelming, but also identify specific areas for improvement. Another common pitfall is failing to identify the underlying causes of setbacks. It's easy to focus on the surface-level symptoms without digging deeper to understand the root causes. This superficial analysis often leads to band-aid solutions that don't address the real issues. To overcome this, try incorporating journaling or reflection exercises into your routine. Set aside time regularly to reflect on your experiences, both positive and negative. Ask yourself probing questions. What led to this situation? What patterns or behaviors contributed to it? What underlying beliefs or assumptions might be at play? This deeper analysis not only helps you understand your setbacks more fully, but also equips you with the insights needed to prevent similar challenges in the future. It's about learning not just from the setback itself, but from the conditions that allowed it to occur. As we near the end of this chapter, it's important to remember that defining setbacks isn't about dwelling on negativity or becoming hypervigilant to potential failures. Instead, it's about developing a clearer, more nuanced understanding of the challenges we face, so we can approach them with confidence and skill. By learning to recognize different types of setbacks, identify recurring patterns, and reframe challenges as opportunities, you're laying the groundwork for greater resilience and success. You're developing the cognitive awareness needed to navigate life's obstacles with grace and determination. Remember, setbacks are not the end of the story. They're often the beginning of a new, more exciting chapter. They're the moments that test us, push us to grow, and ultimately lead us to our greatest achievements. As we move forward, we'll build on this foundation of awareness and understanding. In the next chapter, we'll explore a crucial aspect of resilience that goes beyond mere recognition of setbacks. We'll delve into the realm of inner strength, uncovering the secrets to developing a mindset that not only withstands adversity, but thrives in its presence. Get ready to discover the power that lies within you, waiting to be unleashed. Chapter 3: Mental Fortitude. In the face of life's challenges, what separates those who crumble from those who conquer? The answer lies not in external circumstances, but in the realm of the mind. Mental fortitude, the ability to maintain composure and clarity in the midst of adversity, is the invisible armor that shields us from the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. But what exactly is mental fortitude, and how can we cultivate it? As we embark on this chapter, we'll peel back the layers of this crucial skill, revealing the secrets to building a mind that doesn't just endure challenges, but thrives on them. Imagine for a moment that your mind is like a fortress. The walls of this fortress are your beliefs, attitudes, and thought patterns. When these walls are strong and well-maintained, they can withstand even the fiercest assaults of stress, doubt, and adversity. But if they're weak or crumbling, even the slightest breeze of difficulty can cause them to topple. Mental fortitude is about more than just positive thinking or willpower. It's a complex interplay of cognitive skills, emotional regulation, and habitual practices that, when combined, create a resilient mindset capable of weathering any storm. But why is this mental strength so crucial? In today's fast-paced, high-pressure world, the ability to stay calm under pressure is more valuable than ever. It's the difference between making clear, rational decisions in the heat of the moment and succumbing to panic or impulsivity. Mental fortitude allows you to navigate challenges with grace and composure, maintaining your effectiveness even when the stakes are high. Moreover, a strong mental foundation significantly reduces the likelihood of being overwhelmed by stress or setbacks. Instead of being knocked off course by every obstacle, you develop the ability to absorb shocks, adapt to changing circumstances, and keep moving forward towards your goals. So how do we begin to strengthen this inner core? The journey starts with something we do constantly, often without even realizing it: self-talk. The internal dialogue that runs through our minds shapes our perceptions, influences our emotions, and ultimately drives our actions. By becoming aware of this inner voice and learning to shape it intentionally, we can dramatically shift our perspective on challenges and our ability to overcome them. Consider the last time you faced a significant challenge. What was the narrative running through your mind? Was it supportive and encouraging, or critical and defeatist? Our self-talk acts as a lens through which we view the world, coloring our experiences and influencing our responses to situations. But here's the exciting part. This internal dialogue isn't fixed. With practice and intention, we can reshape our self-talk, transforming it from a source of self-doubt into a wellspring of strength and resilience. This isn't about empty positive affirmations or denying reality. It's about cultivating a balanced, realistic, yet empowering internal narrative. Alongside self-talk, reflection practices play a crucial role in reinforcing clarity and focus. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to lose sight of our goals, our progress, and the lessons we've learned along the way. Regular reflection allows us to step back, gain perspective, and realign our thoughts and actions with our deeper values and aspirations. These reflection practices don't need to be time-consuming or complex. Even a few minutes of quiet contemplation each day can yield profound benefits. The key is consistency and intentionality. By making reflection a habit, we create space for insights to emerge and for our mental fortitude to deepen. As we delve deeper into the realm of mental fortitude, we encounter a powerful tool: the creation of a supportive internal dialogue. This goes beyond mere positive thinking. It's about developing a nuanced, compassionate, and realistic way of communicating with ourselves, especially in times of stress or challenge. Imagine having a wise, supportive mentor who's always available, offering guidance and encouragement precisely when you need it most. Now imagine that this mentor lives within your own mind. This is the power of a well-cultivated internal dialogue. But how do we create this supportive inner voice? It starts with recognizing and neutralizing self-doubt. We all have moments of uncertainty, but left unchecked, self-doubt can spiral into paralyzing fear or self-sabotage. By developing scripts and phrases that counter these doubts, we can nip negative thought patterns in the bud. For instance, when faced with a challenging task, instead of thinking, I can't do this, we might reframe it as, this is difficult, but I've overcome challenges before, and I can learn from this experience. This shift, while subtle, can have a profound impact on our approach to obstacles. However, it's crucial to differentiate between constructive self-compassion and counterproductive self-pity. Self-compassion acknowledges difficulties without getting mired in them. It offers understanding and support while still encouraging action and growth. Self-pity, on the other hand, can trap us in a cycle of victimhood and inaction. To illustrate this difference, consider two responses to a setback. A self-pitying response might be, why does this always happen to me? I'll never succeed. In contrast, a self-compassionate response could be, this is a tough situation, but I'm doing my best. What can I learn from this to move forward? As we cultivate this supportive internal dialogue, we're not just changing our thoughts, we're literally rewiring our brains. This process, known as cognitive restructuring, is based on the understanding that our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are intimately connected. By consistently practicing new thought patterns, we create new neural pathways, making resilience and mental fortitude our default state. But how do we put these concepts into practice? One powerful technique is the use of affirmations. These are not empty platitudes, but carefully crafted statements that counteract specific negative thoughts or beliefs. The key is to make these affirmations personal, realistic, and present tense. For example, instead of a vague affirmation like, I am successful, you might use something more specific and process-oriented, such as, I am capable of learning from challenges and growing stronger. By repeating, and more importantly, believing these affirmations, we begin to reshape our mental landscape. Another practical tool for building mental fortitude is keeping a daily reflection journal. This isn't about recounting the events of your day, but rather about tracking your mental and emotional responses to challenges, noting your progress, and refining your mindset. In your journal, you might reflect on questions like, what challenges did I face today? How did I respond? What thoughts or beliefs helped me navigate difficulties? What areas of my mindset could use strengthening? Over time, this practice not only helps you track your growth, but also deepens your self-awareness and emotional intelligence. As with any skill, developing mental fortitude comes with its own set of potential pitfalls. One common mistake is ignoring small wins. In our focus on big goals or major challenges, we often overlook the small victories that occur along the way. These small wins are crucial for building momentum and reinforcing our belief in our own resilience. To address this, try implementing a weekly review of your progress. Take time to acknowledge and celebrate the small steps you've taken, the minor obstacles you've overcome. This practice not only boosts your motivation, but also trains your mind to recognize and appreciate progress in all its forms. Another challenge is the tendency to fall back into negative thought loops, especially when under stress. Even as we work to build a more resilient mindset, old patterns can resurface, threatening to undermine our progress. The key here is to have quick recovery scripts ready. These are pre-prepared responses to common negative thoughts or situations. For instance, if you tend to catastrophize when facing a setback, your recovery script might be, this is challenging, but not catastrophic. I've overcome similar situations before, and I have the skills to navigate this one. By having these scripts ready, you can quickly interrupt negative thought patterns before they gain momentum, allowing you to maintain your mental equilibrium even in difficult moments. As we near the end of this chapter, it's important to remember that building mental fortitude is not a destination, but a journey. It's a continuous process of self-discovery, growth, and refinement. The practices and techniques we've explored are not quick fixes, but powerful tools that, when used consistently, can transform your mental landscape and your life. Mental fortitude is the foundation upon which all other aspects of resilience are built. It's the inner strength that allows you to face challenges with confidence, to learn from setbacks rather than be defeated by them, and to maintain your course even when the winds of adversity blow strong. As you move forward, integrating these practices into your daily life, you'll likely notice subtle shifts in how you perceive and respond to challenges. Tasks that once seemed daunting may begin to feel manageable. Setbacks that might have once derailed you for days now become mere bumps in the road. But the journey doesn't end here. As your mental fortitude grows, new horizons of possibility open up. In the next chapter, we'll explore a crucial skill that builds upon this foundation of mental strength, a skill that allows you to not just endure challenges, but to bounce back from them with unprecedented speed and grace. Are you ready to discover the secret to turning setbacks into comebacks in record time? Chapter 4: Rapid Recovery. In the grand tapestry of life, setbacks are the threads that add depth and texture to our experiences. They're inevitable, often unpredictable, and sometimes devastating. But what if there was a way to bounce back from these setbacks, not just effectively, but with remarkable speed? What if you could transform the time between failure and your next step forward from a chasm of despair into a brief moment of recalibration? This chapter is about mastering the art of rapid recovery. It's about developing the ability to face setbacks head-on, process them quickly, and use them as springboards to propel yourself forward. But rapid recovery isn't just about speed, it's about efficiency, effectiveness, and most importantly, growth. Think of rapid recovery as a superpower, the ability to absorb a blow and come back stronger, faster than anyone thought possible. It's not about denying the impact of setbacks or pretending they don't hurt. Instead, it's about developing a set of skills and mindsets that allow you to process setbacks more efficiently, extract valuable lessons from them, and use those lessons to fuel your next move. But why is rapid recovery so crucial? In today's fast-paced world, the ability to bounce back quickly from setbacks can be the difference between success and stagnation. Those who can recover rapidly gain a significant advantage. They waste less time wallowing in self-doubt, they learn and adapt more quickly, and they maintain momentum even in the face of adversity. Moreover, rapid recovery is a skill that compounds over time. The more you practice it, the more resilient you become, and the faster you can bounce back from increasingly significant challenges. It's like building a muscle. Each repetition makes you stronger and more capable of handling heavier weights. So, how do we begin to develop this superpower? The journey starts with understanding our immediate response to failure. When we encounter a setback, we often go through a series of emotional stages: shock, denial, anger, depression, and eventually acceptance. These stages are natural and even necessary, but they can also trap us if we're not careful. The key to rapid recovery lies in recognizing these emotional stages and learning to move through them more efficiently. It's about acknowledging your feelings without letting them dictate your actions. For instance, it's okay to feel disappointed or frustrated when you face a setback, but the goal is to prevent these feelings from spiraling into prolonged negativity or inaction. One powerful technique for managing these emotional stages is to develop a personal reset ritual. This is a series of actions or thoughts you can engage in immediately after encountering a setback. It might involve taking a few deep breaths, repeating a mantra, or engaging in a brief physical activity. The purpose of this ritual is to interrupt the potential negative spiral and create space for a more constructive response. But rapid recovery isn't just about managing emotions. It's also about quickly analyzing the causes of the setback and identifying actionable solutions. This is where many people stumble. They either rush to action without properly understanding the problem, or they get stuck in analysis paralysis, endlessly ruminating on what went wrong without taking steps to move forward. The key is to strike a balance, to analyze quickly but thoroughly, focusing on identifying the root causes of the setback rather than just its symptoms. This involves asking probing questions. What exactly went wrong? What factors contributed to this outcome? What assumptions did I make that may have been incorrect? As you engage in this analysis, it's crucial to separate facts from assumptions. Our minds have a tendency to fill in gaps in our knowledge with assumptions, often negative ones. By consciously distinguishing between what we know for certain and what we're merely speculating about, we can avoid overreacting and focus on the most relevant aspects of the situation. One practical tool for this quick analysis is the creation of a decision tree. This is a visual representation of the problem, its potential causes, and possible solutions. By mapping out the situation in this way, you can more easily identify the most critical factors and the most promising paths forward. For example, let's say you've just received negative feedback on a project. Your decision tree might start with the main problem, negative feedback, branch out into potential causes, miscommunication of expectations, insufficient resources, lack of necessary skills, and then further branch into potential solutions for each cause. This visual approach not only helps you analyze the situation more effectively, but also prevents you from getting overwhelmed by the complexity of the problem. It breaks the situation down into manageable parts, making it easier to identify where you can take action. Once you've analyzed the situation, the next step in rapid recovery is to take prompt action. This doesn't mean rushing into the first solution that comes to mind, but rather quickly developing and implementing a targeted action plan. A useful technique here is to practice writing quick action plans. These are not lengthy, detailed project plans, but concise outlines of immediate steps you can take to address the situation. The goal is to get yourself moving forward as quickly as possible, even if you don't have a complete long-term solution yet. Your action plan might include immediate damage control measures, steps to gather more information, or initial attempts at implementing solutions. The key is to focus on actions that you can take right away, that are within your control, and that move you in a positive direction. As you develop your rapid recovery skills, it's important to be aware of potential pitfalls. One common mistake is dwelling too long on failures. While analysis is important, there comes a point where further rumination becomes counterproductive. To avoid this, try setting a time limit for your analysis phase. Give yourself permission to think deeply about the problem, but only for a set amount of time. Once that time is up, shift your focus to action. Another potential pitfall is overcomplicating solutions. In our desire to prevent future setbacks, we might be tempted to create elaborate, foolproof plans. However, these complex solutions often prove difficult to implement and can lead to paralysis. Instead, focus on simplifying your action steps. Ask yourself, what's the smallest, simplest action I can take right now that will move me in the right direction? Remember, rapid recovery isn't about finding perfect solutions. It's about getting back on track quickly and learning as you go. It's okay if your first attempts aren't completely successful. Each action you take provides new information and moves you closer to your goals. As you practice rapid recovery, you'll likely notice a shift in how you view setbacks and failures. Rather than seeing them as final judgments on your abilities or worth, you'll start to view them as valuable feedback, data points that can inform your next moves and accelerate your growth. This shift in perspective is powerful. It transforms setbacks from sources of fear and anxiety into opportunities for learning and improvement. When you know that you can recover quickly from any setback, you become more willing to take risks, to push your boundaries, and to pursue ambitious goals. Moreover, as you develop your rapid recovery skills, you'll find that the time between setback and comeback grows shorter and shorter. What once might have derailed you for weeks or months now becomes a brief pause for recalibration. This increased resilience not only helps you achieve your goals more quickly, but also reduces the overall stress and anxiety in your life. But rapid recovery isn't just about personal resilience. It's also a valuable skill in professional and leadership contexts. In a team or organizational setting, the ability to bounce back quickly from setbacks can be contagious. As a leader or team member who models rapid recovery, you inspire others to develop similar resilience, creating a culture of adaptability and continuous improvement. As we conclude this chapter, it's important to remember that rapid recovery, like any skill, takes practice to master. Don't be discouraged if your first attempts at quick analysis and action don't go perfectly. Each setback you encounter is an opportunity to refine your rapid recovery skills, to become more efficient in your analysis, more creative in your problem solving, and more decisive in your actions. The journey of rapid recovery is ongoing, a continuous process of learning and adaptation. But as you develop this skill, you'll find that setbacks lose their power to derail you. Instead, they become stepping stones, each one propelling you further along your path to success. As you move forward, armed with these strategies for rapid recovery, you're well equipped to face whatever challenges come your way. But there's another dimension to resilience that we haven't yet explored, a powerful technique that can transform how you view challenges altogether. In the next chapter, we'll delve into a method that doesn't just help you recover from setbacks, but actually allows you to redefine them. Are you ready to discover how to turn obstacles into opportunities with a simple shift in perspective? Chapter 5: Strategic Reframing. Have you ever noticed how two people can face the same challenge, yet respond in completely different ways? One might see an insurmountable obstacle, while the other perceives an exciting opportunity. The difference often lies not in the situation itself, but in how it's interpreted. This chapter delves into a powerful technique that can transform your approach to adversity, unlocking potential where others see only problems. Imagine having a tool that could instantly shift your perspective, turning what seems like a dead end into a crossroads of possibility. This tool exists, and it's called strategic reframing. But what exactly is strategic reframing, and how can it revolutionize your approach to challenges? At its core, strategic reframing is about deliberately altering how you interpret setbacks and obstacles. It's a mental pivot that redirects your energy from dwelling on problems to actively seeking innovative solutions. This shift isn't about denying the reality of difficult situations, but rather about choosing to view them through a lens of opportunity and growth. The power of strategic reframing lies in its ability to provide clarity and a sense of control, even in the most challenging circumstances. When we're faced with adversity, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, to see ourselves as victims of circumstance. Strategic reframing puts the power back in your hands, reminding you that while you may not control external events, you always have control over your response to them. Moreover, this approach encourages creative thinking, often unlocking unexpected opportunities. By reframing challenges as invitations to innovate, you open your mind to possibilities that might otherwise remain hidden. It's like adjusting the focus on a camera. Suddenly, details that were blurry come into sharp relief, revealing new paths forward. But how do we begin to shift our perspective on adversity? The first step is to become aware of our limiting beliefs. These are the unconscious assumptions we make about ourselves and the world around us, often formed through past experiences or societal conditioning. Limiting beliefs act like invisible barriers, constraining our thoughts and actions without us even realizing it. For example, a limiting belief might be, "I'm not creative enough to solve this problem." This belief, whether true or not, immediately narrows your options and dampens your motivation. The key is to identify these limiting beliefs and consciously replace them with more empowering ones. Instead of, "I'm not creative enough," you might reframe it as, "Every challenge is an opportunity to develop my creative problem-solving skills." This new belief doesn't deny the difficulty of the situation, but it positions you as capable of growth and learning, rather than being limited by fixed traits. As you practice identifying and replacing limiting beliefs, you'll start to recognize adversity not as a roadblock, but as a potential gateway to innovation. This doesn't mean you'll suddenly enjoy facing challenges, but you'll approach them with a sense of curiosity and possibility rather than dread and resignation. The language we use, both in our internal dialogue and in how we communicate with others, plays a crucial role in this reframing process. The words we choose shape our perceptions and emotions, influencing our actions and ultimately our outcomes. Consider the difference between saying, "I have to deal with this problem," and "I get to tackle this challenge." The first phrase implies burden and reluctance, while the second suggests opportunity and engagement. By consciously choosing more empowering terminology, we can reshape our internal narratives and, by extension, our experiences. This attention to language extends beyond individual phrases to the broader story we tell ourselves about our lives and capabilities. We all have a personal narrative, a story we tell ourselves about who we are and what we're capable of. Strategic reframing involves consciously rewriting this narrative to align with growth and resilience. Instead of seeing yourself as someone who is constantly beset by problems, you might reframe your story as that of a resourceful problem solver, continuously growing and adapting to new challenges. This shift in personal narrative can have a profound impact on your motivation and perseverance in the face of adversity. As you become more adept at reframing your perspective and language, you'll find yourself naturally gravitating towards building creative solutions. Rather than getting stuck in a cycle of worry and complaint, you'll start to approach challenges with a problem-solving mindset. One effective method for generating creative solutions is structured brainstorming. This involves setting aside dedicated time to generate as many potential solutions as possible without immediately judging their feasibility. The key is to create an environment where your mind feels free to explore unconventional ideas. You might start by clearly defining the challenge you're facing, then giving yourself a set time, say 15 minutes, to come up with as many potential solutions as possible. Write down everything that comes to mind, no matter how outlandish it might seem. Often, it's the seemingly crazy ideas that lead to breakthrough solutions. Another powerful approach is to turn challenges into structured problem-solving projects. This involves breaking down the overall challenge into smaller, more manageable components, then addressing each component systematically. By structuring your approach in this way, you transform overwhelming problems into a series of solvable puzzles. To make these concepts more concrete, let's explore some practical exercises. One simple yet effective exercise is to take a current setback you're facing and brainstorm 3 alternative ways to view it. For instance, if you're dealing with an unexpected project delay, you might reframe it as 1. An opportunity to refine and improve the project plan. 2. A chance to strengthen relationships with team members or stakeholders. 3. An invitation to explore innovative solutions you hadn't previously considered. By generating multiple perspectives, you expand your options and reduce the emotional impact of the setback. Another valuable exercise is to practice rephrasing negative internal thoughts into more constructive ones. When you catch yourself thinking a negative thought, pause and consciously rephrase it in a more empowering way. For example, "I'm not good enough for this task" could be rephrased as, "This task is challenging, but it's an opportunity for me to grow and improve my skills." As with any skill, strategic reframing takes practice, and you may encounter some challenges along the way. One common difficulty is struggling to find alternative perspectives, especially when you're in the midst of a stressful situation. If you find yourself stuck, try seeking input from others. Sometimes, an outside perspective can illuminate options you hadn't considered. You can also use prompts to stimulate your thinking. Ask yourself questions like, "What would I advise a friend in this situation?" Or, "How might this challenge look 5 years from now?" These prompts can help shift your perspective and open up new ways of viewing the situation. Another potential pitfall is overthinking the problem. While thorough analysis is important, there's a point where additional contemplation becomes counterproductive. If you find yourself stuck in a cycle of overthinking, try focusing on small, actionable steps you can take immediately. Action often provides clarity and momentum, even if you don't have the entire solution figured out. As you integrate strategic reframing into your life, you'll likely notice a shift in how you approach challenges. Problems that once seemed insurmountable will start to look like puzzles waiting to be solved. You'll find yourself more resilient in the face of setbacks, quicker to spot opportunities, and more creative in your problem solving. Moreover, this skill extends beyond personal challenges. In professional settings, the ability to reframe problems and generate innovative solutions is highly valued. Leaders who can guide their teams through strategic reframing often find that challenges become catalysts for growth and innovation rather than sources of stress and conflict. It's important to remember that strategic reframing isn't about ignoring real problems or pretending everything is always positive. It's about choosing to approach challenges from a perspective of possibility and growth. It's about recognizing that while we can't always control our circumstances, we can always control our response to them. As you continue to practice strategic reframing, you'll develop a kind of mental agility, the ability to quickly shift perspectives and find constructive ways forward, even in the most challenging situations. This skill will serve you well in all areas of life, from personal relationships to professional endeavors. Remember, every challenge you face is an opportunity to practice and refine your reframing skills. Each time you consciously choose to view a setback through a lens of opportunity, you're strengthening your resilience and expanding your capacity for creative problem solving. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on how strategic reframing might apply to a current challenge in your life. How might you view this situation differently? What opportunities for growth or innovation might be hiding within this challenge? The journey of mastering strategic reframing is ongoing, but with each step, you're building a more resilient, adaptable, and innovative approach to life's challenges. As you move forward, armed with this powerful tool, you're well equipped to turn obstacles into stepping stones on your path to success. But strategic reframing is just one piece of the resilience puzzle. In the next chapter, we'll explore a dimension of resilience that goes beyond mental shifts, a practical approach that leverages your existing strengths and resources in ways you might never have imagined. Are you ready to discover the hidden arsenal at your disposal, waiting to be unleashed against any challenge that comes your way? Chapter 6, Resourceful Action. When faced with a challenge, where do you turn first? Many of us instinctively look outward for solutions, seeking new tools, additional resources, or external help. But what if the most powerful assets for overcoming obstacles were already within your grasp? What if you possessed a hidden arsenal of strengths, skills, and experiences just waiting to be deployed? This chapter introduces a concept that might revolutionize how you approach setbacks and challenges. It's an idea rooted in the belief that you are far more capable and resourceful than you might realize. We're about to embark on a journey of discovery, not of new territories, but of the unexplored potential that lies within you. Imagine for a moment that you're an adventurer, standing at the edge of a vast, uncharted wilderness. The path ahead is unclear, filled with potential dangers and obstacles. But instead of feeling unprepared or overwhelmed, you feel a sense of excitement and confidence. Why? Because you know that in your backpack, you carry all the tools and resources you need to navigate any challenge that comes your way. This backpack represents your existing assets, your skills, your network, your experiences, and even your personality traits. It's a collection of resources that you've been accumulating throughout your life, often without even realizing it. The key to resourceful action lies in recognizing these assets and learning how to leverage them effectively. But why is this approach so important? In a world that often emphasizes acquiring more skills, more knowledge, more resources, there's profound power in realizing that you already possess much of what you need to succeed. This realization can be incredibly empowering, boosting your confidence and motivation in the face of challenges. Moreover, by focusing on your existing strengths and resources, you're able to take immediate action rather than waiting for external solutions. This proactive approach not only helps you tackle setbacks more quickly, but also turns every challenge into an opportunity for practical growth and self-discovery. The first step in harnessing your inner resources is to conduct a thorough inventory of your existing tools. Think of it as unpacking that metaphorical backpack, carefully examining each item to understand its potential uses. This inventory begins with a skills and strengths audit. Start by listing out all your skills, both professional and personal. Don't limit yourself to just the obvious ones. Perhaps you're an excellent listener, a quick learner, or have a knack for explaining complex ideas simply. These soft skills can be just as valuable as technical expertise when it comes to problem solving. Next, consider your strengths. These might be personality traits like persistence, creativity, or adaptability. They could also be unique perspectives or experiences that give you insights others might not have. The key is to be comprehensive and honest with yourself. Remember, what you might consider ordinary about yourself could be an extraordinary asset in the right situation. But your personal inventory doesn't stop with your individual skills and strengths. One of the most powerful resources at your disposal is your network of relationships. Take time to map out your connections: friends, family, colleagues, mentors, and even acquaintances. Each of these relationships represents a potential source of support, advice, or resources. As you create this relationship map, think beyond just who you know. Consider what unique insights or assistance each person might be able to offer. Perhaps a friend in a different industry might provide a fresh perspective on your challenge, or a former colleague might have expertise in an area you're struggling with. With this comprehensive inventory in hand, you're ready to start maximizing what you already have. This is where the real magic of resourceful action begins to unfold. It's about looking at your existing assets with fresh eyes, seeing new potential in familiar tools. One powerful technique is to reuse past experiences to solve new challenges. Every obstacle you've overcome, every project you've completed, every problem you've solved, these are all valuable data points. They contain lessons, strategies, and insights that can be applied to your current situation. For example, think about a time when you successfully navigated a difficult situation. What strategies did you use? What personal strengths did you draw upon? How can these be adapted to your current challenge? By mining your past experiences, you're not starting from scratch. You're building on a foundation of proven success. Another aspect of maximizing your resources is learning to repurpose overlooked assets for creative solutions. This involves thinking laterally about your skills and resources. A skill that seems unrelated to your current problem might, with a bit of creative thinking, provide an unexpected solution. For instance, if you're facing a complex work challenge, your hobby of solving puzzles might provide a useful framework for breaking down the problem into manageable pieces. Or your experience in organizing social events might give you valuable insights into project management. As you become more adept at recognizing and leveraging your resources, you'll find yourself able to take swift and decisive action in the face of challenges. This doesn't mean rushing into decisions blindly, but rather quickly identifying high-priority actions based on the resources at your disposal. The key is to balance quick decisions with deliberate planning. Start by identifying the most pressing aspects of your challenge, what needs to be addressed immediately. Then, consider which of your resources can be most effectively applied to these priorities. This approach allows you to start making progress quickly while still maintaining a strategic overview of the situation. To help solidify these concepts, let's explore some practical exercises. One powerful exercise is to write a list of 5 strengths or skills you've underutilized and brainstorm how to apply them to a current challenge. This not only helps you recognize overlooked resources, but also stimulates creative thinking about how to apply them. Another valuable exercise is to create a detailed relationship map. Start with concentric circles, placing yourself at the center. In the inner circle, list your closest connections, those you interact with most frequently. In the next circle, place slightly more distant connections, and so on. For each person, jot down their unique skills, experiences, or perspectives that could be valuable. This visual representation can be a powerful tool when you're seeking support or insights. As with any approach, there are potential pitfalls to be aware of when practicing resourceful action. One common mistake is overestimating available resources. In your enthusiasm to leverage what you have, you might overcommit or spread yourself too thin. The fix for this is to regularly reassess and prioritize your resources. Focus on the most essential assets for your current situation and be realistic about what you can accomplish. Another potential issue is failing to act quickly enough. Sometimes, in the process of analyzing our resources and planning our approach, we can fall into analysis paralysis. The remedy is to break tasks into smaller, immediate steps. Even if you don't have a complete plan, taking small actions can create momentum and provide valuable feedback to guide your next moves. As you integrate resourceful action into your approach to challenges, you'll likely notice a shift in your overall mindset. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will start to look like puzzles waiting to be solved with the tools you already possess. You'll find yourself more confident in your ability to handle setbacks, knowing that you carry a wealth of resources within you. Moreover, this approach fosters a growth mindset. Each challenge becomes an opportunity not just to solve a problem, but to discover new applications for your skills and strengths. You'll find yourself continuously expanding your repertoire of resources, not by acquiring new ones, but by uncovering new potential in what you already possess. This resourceful mindset extends beyond individual problem solving. In professional settings, the ability to leverage existing resources creatively can be a significant asset. It allows you to add value in unexpected ways and adapt quickly to changing circumstances. Leaders who can help their teams recognize and utilize their collective resources often find their organizations more resilient and innovative. As you continue to practice resourceful action, you'll develop a kind of mental agility, the ability to quickly assess situations, identify relevant resources, and take decisive action. This skill will serve you well in all areas of life, from personal challenges to professional endeavors. Remember, every setback you face is an opportunity to practice and refine your resourceful action skills. Each time you successfully leverage your existing assets to overcome an obstacle, you're not just solving a problem, you're reinforcing your belief in your own capabilities and expanding your problem-solving toolkit. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on a current challenge in your life. What resources do you have that you might not have considered? How might you leverage your skills, experiences, or network in new ways to address this situation? The journey of mastering resourceful action is ongoing, but with each step, you're building a more resilient, adaptable, and innovative approach to life's challenges. As you move forward, armed with a new appreciation for your inner resources, you're well equipped to turn obstacles into opportunities for growth and success. But resourceful action is just one piece of the resilience puzzle. In the next chapter, we'll explore a dimension of resilience that goes beyond immediate problem solving, a quality that allows you to maintain your course even in the face of prolonged adversity. Are you ready to discover the secret to unwavering persistence, the ability to keep moving forward when others might give up? Chapter 7, Steady Perseverance. In the grand tapestry of success, what thread binds all great achievements together? It's not talent, though that certainly plays a role. It's not luck, though fortune may smile upon the prepared. No, the common thread that weaves through every significant accomplishment is something far more accessible, yet often overlooked. It's a quality that transforms dreams into reality, one small step at a time. This chapter delves into a concept that might seem simple on the surface, but holds the power to revolutionize how you approach your goals and navigate life's challenges. It's an idea that flies in the face of our culture's obsession with overnight success and quick fixes. Instead, it embraces the power of the long game, the strength found in consistency, and the transformative potential of small, repeated actions. Imagine for a moment two individuals setting out to climb a mountain. The first charges ahead with great enthusiasm, making rapid progress initially, but soon finding themselves exhausted and discouraged by the long journey ahead. The second climber, however, maintains a steady pace, taking consistent steps forward, pausing when needed, but always keeping the summit in sight. Which climber do you think is more likely to reach the top? This metaphor encapsulates the essence of steady perseverance. It's not about bursts of heroic effort or dramatic leaps forward. Instead, It's about the power of consistent progress, the accumulation of small victories, and the resilience to keep moving forward even when the path becomes challenging or unclear. But why is this approach so crucial? In a world that often celebrates quick wins and overnight successes, the value of steady perseverance can be easily overlooked. Yet, it's this very quality that ensures progress is sustained even during the most challenging periods. When motivation wanes, when obstacles seem insurmountable, it's steady perseverance that keeps you moving forward, one step at a time. Moreover, this approach significantly reduces the likelihood of burnout. By focusing on consistent, manageable efforts rather than exhausting sprints, you create a sustainable path to your goals. It's about finding the delicate balance between pushing yourself forward and allowing for necessary rest and recovery. The foundation of steady perseverance lies in building sustainable routines. These are the daily practices and habits that form the backbone of your resilience and progress. But how do we identify and cultivate these core habits? Start by reflecting on the activities that consistently contribute to your well-being and progress. These might be practices that help you manage stress, boost your productivity, or maintain your physical health. The key is to identify habits that are both beneficial and sustainable in the long term. Once you've identified these core habits, the next step is to structure them into your daily routine. This doesn't mean overhauling your entire life overnight. Instead, it's about making small, strategic additions to your existing routine. Perhaps it's starting your day with a few minutes of meditation, or ending each workday by reviewing your accomplishments and setting priorities for tomorrow. The power of these routines lies in their consistency. They become anchors of progress, providing structure and momentum even on days when motivation is low. Over time, these small daily practices accumulate, leading to significant transformations. But even with the best routines in place, maintaining motivation over the long haul can be challenging. This is where the art of self-motivation comes into play. One effective strategy is to create a self-reward system for recognizing your accomplishments. This doesn't mean lavish rewards for every small task completed. Instead, it's about acknowledging your progress and reinforcing your commitment to your goals. These rewards can be as simple as allowing yourself a moment of pride and satisfaction after completing a challenging task, or setting aside time for a favorite activity after a week of consistent effort. The key is to make the reward meaningful to you and directly tied to your efforts. Another crucial aspect of maintaining motivation is learning to manage plateau periods. These are the times when progress seems to slow or stall, and it's easy to become discouraged. The key to navigating these periods is to recognize them as natural parts of any long-term journey, not as signs of failure. During these plateaus, it can be helpful to renew your focus and make small adjustments to your approach. This might involve setting new micro-goals, experimenting with different strategies, or seeking out new sources of inspiration. The goal is to maintain forward momentum, even if the steps forward seem small. As you cultivate steady perseverance, it's crucial to find the right balance between effort and rest. Pushing yourself constantly without adequate recovery is a surefire path to burnout. Learning to recognize the signs of overexertion is a vital skill in maintaining long-term progress. These signs can be physical, like persistent fatigue or frequent illness, or mental, such as increased irritability or difficulty concentrating. When you notice these signs, it's important to give yourself permission to pause and recharge. This isn't giving up or losing momentum. It's a strategic retreat that allows you to return to your goals with renewed energy and focus. Incorporating scheduled pauses into your routine can be a powerful tool for maintaining steady perseverance. These pauses serve as opportunities for reflection and recalibration. Use this time to assess your progress, celebrate your achievements, and adjust your approach as needed. This regular reflection helps ensure that your efforts remain aligned with your goals and values. To help integrate these concepts into your life, let's explore some practical exercises. One powerful practice is to design a weekly routine that incorporates specific resilience-building activities. Start by identifying 1 or 2 core habits that you want to cultivate. Then, schedule these activities into your week, being realistic about what you can consistently maintain. For example, you might decide to start each day with 5 minutes of mindfulness practice and end each week with a brief review of your progress and planning session for the week ahead. The key is to start small and focus on consistency rather than perfection. Another valuable exercise is to choose one habit to track for 30 days. This could be a new habit you want to establish or an existing one you want to reinforce. Keep a simple log of your daily practice, and at the end of the 30 days, assess its impact on your overall progress and well-being. This exercise not only helps you build consistency, but also provides concrete evidence of the power of small, repeated actions. As with any approach, there are potential pitfalls to be aware of when cultivating steady perseverance. One common mistake is neglecting to track progress. When we're focused on the day-to-day actions, it's easy to lose sight of how far we've come. The fix for this is to set clear, measurable goals and regularly assess your progress towards them. This doesn't mean obsessing over metrics, but rather having concrete ways to acknowledge your advancement. Another potential issue is overloading your routines. In our enthusiasm to make progress, we might try to incorporate too many new habits at once, leading to overwhelm and burnout. The solution is to prioritize essential practices and be willing to let go of or postpone less critical ones. Remember, the goal is sustainable progress, not perfection. As you integrate steady perseverance into your life, you'll likely notice a shift in how you approach challenges and goals. Tasks that once seemed daunting become manageable when broken down into small, consistent steps. Long-term projects that might have overwhelmed you now feel achievable through steady, incremental progress. Moreover, this approach fosters a sense of calm and confidence in the face of adversity. When setbacks occur, as they inevitably will, you have the resilience to view them as temporary obstacles rather than insurmountable barriers. Your focus on consistent effort allows you to maintain perspective and keep moving forward, even when the path becomes difficult. This mindset of steady perseverance extends beyond personal goals to all areas of life. In professional settings, it allows you to tackle complex projects with confidence, knowing that consistent effort will eventually yield results. In relationships, it helps you navigate challenges with patience and persistence. In personal growth, it enables you to cultivate new skills and habits that can transform your life over time. As you continue to practice steady perseverance, you'll develop a kind of inner strength, a quiet confidence in your ability to handle whatever challenges come your way. This isn't the brash confidence of someone who's never faced failure, but the grounded assurance of someone who knows they can weather any storm through consistent, determined effort. Remember, every small step you take, every habit you maintain, every challenge you persist through, these are all building blocks in the foundation of your resilience and success. Each day that you choose to show up and put in the effort, regardless of how you feel or what obstacles you face, you're reinforcing your capacity for steady perseverance. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on an area of your life where you could apply the principle of steady perseverance. What small, consistent action could you commit to that would move you closer to your goals? How might your life change if you approach this area with patient, persistent effort rather than seeking quick results? The journey of mastering steady perseverance is ongoing, but with each step, you're building a more resilient, determined, and ultimately successful approach to life's challenges and opportunities. As you move forward, armed with the power of consistent effort and sustainable routines, you're well equipped to turn your biggest dreams into reality, one small step at a time. But steady perseverance is just one piece of the resilience puzzle. In the next chapter, we'll explore a dimension of resilience that goes beyond consistent effort, a perspective that allows you to navigate the uncertain waters of the future with confidence and clarity. Are you ready to discover how to harness the power of foresight, turning potential obstacles into stepping stones on your path to success? Chapter 8, Future Focus. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to navigate life's twists and turns with an almost uncanny sense of direction? It's as if they possess a secret map, guiding them through obstacles and towards their goals with remarkable precision. What if I told you that this map isn't a secret at all, but a skill that you too can develop? In this chapter, we're going to explore a powerful concept that has the potential to transform how you approach your goals and handle life's challenges. It's an idea that might seem counterintuitive at first, especially in a world that often emphasizes living in the present moment. But as we delve deeper, you'll discover how this approach can actually enhance your ability to thrive in the here and now. Imagine for a moment that you're the captain of a ship. Your journey isn't just about reacting to the waves and winds of the present. It's about charting a course towards a distant shore. To reach your destination, you need to keep your eye on the horizon, anticipate potential storms, and adjust your course as needed. This metaphor captures the essence of what we'll be exploring in this chapter. But why is this future-focused approach so crucial? In a world of constant change and uncertainty, the ability to anticipate and prepare for future challenges can be a game changer. It allows you to handle potential obstacles with less stress, transforming what might have been crisis moments into manageable situations. Moreover, this approach helps you refine your long-term vision and objectives. By regularly looking ahead, you ensure that your daily actions align with your broader goals. It's about creating a bridge between your present efforts and your future aspirations, ensuring that each step you take is moving you in the right direction. The foundation of this future-focused approach lies in setting forward-looking goals. But we're not talking about vague wishes or unrealistic fantasies. Instead, we're going to explore vision-crafting techniques that help you create ambitious yet achievable objectives. Start by allowing yourself to dream big. What do you want your life to look like in 5 years? 10 years? Don't limit yourself to just career goals. Consider all aspects of your life: relationships, personal growth, contributions to society. The key is to create a vivid, compelling vision that excites and motivates you. Once you have this overarching vision, the next step is to break it down into manageable pieces. This is where the real magic happens. By mapping out sequential steps, you create a roadmap that turns your big, audacious goals into a series of smaller, achievable tasks. For example, if your vision includes becoming a recognized expert in your field, your sequential steps might include milestones like furthering your education, gaining specific experiences, publishing articles, or speaking at conferences. Each of these steps becomes a mini goal in itself, allowing you to make steady progress towards your larger vision. But setting goals is only part of the equation. To truly harness the power of future focus, you need to develop the ability to forecast potential obstacles. This isn't about becoming pessimistic or obsessing over what might go wrong. Instead, it's about being realistically prepared for the challenges that may arise on your journey. One powerful technique for this is scenario planning. This involves imagining different possible futures and considering how you would navigate each one. What if the economy takes a downturn? What if new technology disrupts your industry? By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, you're better equipped to handle them if they do occur. Alongside scenario planning, it's crucial to develop risk mitigation tactics. These are strategies you put in place to address potential challenges before they arise. This might involve diversifying your skills, building a strong network of support, or creating contingency plans for your most important goals. As you engage in this forward-thinking process, it's important not to overlook one of your most valuable resources, your past experiences. Every setback you've faced, every failure you've endured, contains valuable lessons that can inform your future actions. Take time to systematically reflect on past challenges. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? What strengths did you discover in yourself during those difficult times? By extracting actionable insights from these experiences, you transform past setbacks into future advantages. This process of learning from the past and planning for the future isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing practice of integrating new strategies and continually refining your resilience. Each challenge you face, each goal you achieve, adds to your repertoire of skills and insights, making you better prepared for future obstacles. To help integrate these concepts into your life, let's explore some practical exercises. One powerful practice is to write a 5-year vision statement for yourself. This isn't a rigid plan, but a vivid description of where you want to be and who you want to become. Once you have this vision, break it down into actionable milestones. What needs to happen in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to move you towards this vision? Another valuable exercise is to review a significant challenge you've faced in the past. Identify 3 specific ways you could avoid or better handle a similar situation in the future. This not only helps you learn from past experiences, but also builds your confidence in dealing with future challenges. As with any approach, there are potential pitfalls to be aware of when cultivating a future focus. One common mistake is over-planning to the point of losing flexibility. While it's important to have a clear direction, it's equally crucial to remain adaptable. The future is inherently uncertain, and your plans need to be able to evolve with changing circumstances. The fix for this is to set adaptive goals. These are objectives that have a clear direction but allow for flexibility in how you achieve them. For instance, instead of setting a rigid 5-year career plan, you might set a goal to advance in your field while remaining open to unexpected opportunities that align with your overall vision. Another potential issue is failing to review your progress regularly. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day and lose sight of your longer-term objectives. The solution is to schedule periodic check-ins with yourself. These are times when you step back, assess your progress, and adjust your course as needed. As you integrate this future-focused approach into your life, you'll likely notice a shift in how you perceive and handle challenges. Instead of being caught off guard by obstacles, you'll find yourself better prepared to navigate them. Your ability to anticipate potential issues and have strategies ready will reduce stress and increase your confidence in facing whatever comes your way. Moreover, this approach fosters a sense of purpose and direction in your daily life. When you have a clear vision of where you're heading, it becomes easier to make decisions and prioritize your efforts. You'll find yourself naturally aligning your actions with your long-term goals, creating a sense of coherence and momentum in your life. This future-focused mindset extends beyond personal goals to all areas of life. In professional settings, it allows you to anticipate industry trends and position yourself for success. In relationships, it helps you nurture connections with an eye towards long-term growth and mutual support. In personal development, it enables you to cultivate skills and habits that will serve you well into the future. As you continue to practice this approach, you'll develop a kind of foresight, an ability to see potential opportunities and challenges before they fully materialize. This isn't about predicting the future with certainty, but about being prepared for a range of possibilities. It's about developing the agility to adapt to changing circumstances while staying true to your core vision. Remember, every time you look ahead and prepare for potential challenges, you're building your resilience and setting yourself up for success. Each scenario you consider, each risk you mitigate, each lesson you integrate from past experiences, these are all investments in your future self. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own future focus. What does your vision for the future look like? What potential obstacles might you face on the path to achieving that vision? How can you start preparing for those challenges today? The journey of mastering future focus is ongoing, but with each step, you're building a more resilient, prepared, and ultimately successful approach to life's challenges and opportunities. As you move forward, armed with the power of foresight and strategic planning, you're well equipped to turn potential obstacles into stepping stones on your path to success. But future focus is just one piece of the resilience puzzle. In the final chapter, we'll explore a dimension of resilience that brings together all we've learned, weaving it into a powerful approach that can transform how you view and navigate life's journey. Are you ready to discover the secret to not just bouncing back from setbacks, but using them as catalysts for unprecedented growth and transformation? Chapter 9, New Dawn. As we reach the final chapter of our journey together, it's time to pause and reflect on the transformative path we've traveled. You've explored the depths of resilience, uncovered hidden strengths, and learned powerful strategies to navigate life's challenges. But this isn't the end of your journey, it's just the beginning. Imagine for a moment that you're standing on a hilltop, watching the sun rise on a new day. The landscape before you is familiar, yet somehow different. The challenges you once saw as insurmountable mountains now appear as conquerable hills. The path ahead, while still winding and uncertain, no longer fills you with dread, but with a sense of excitement and possibility. This is the essence of the new dawn we're exploring in this chapter. It's about seeing your life and your challenges through fresh eyes, armed with the wisdom and tools you've gained. But more than that, it's about recognizing that this new perspective isn't a one-time achievement, it's an ongoing evolution. The journey of resilience isn't a straight line from weakness to strength. It's a cyclical process of growth, challenge, adaptation, and renewal. Each setback you face, each obstacle you overcome, adds to your resilience toolkit. You emerge from each challenge not just having survived, but having evolved. Think back to who you were when you first opened this book. How has your perception of challenges changed? How has your confidence in your ability to handle setbacks grown? The transformation you've undergone is profound, but it's not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a new chapter in your life. The strategies and insights you've gained throughout this book have equipped you with a powerful set of tools. You now have the ability to approach future setbacks not with fear or resignation, but with a sense of mastery. Where once you might have seen only problems, you now see opportunities for growth and innovation. This newfound resilience positions you as a resourceful problem solver, both in your personal life and in professional contexts. You're no longer at the mercy of circumstances. Instead, you're able to adapt, innovate, and thrive even in the face of adversity. This shift in your approach to challenges will not go unnoticed by those around you. In fact, one of the most profound impacts of your journey towards greater resilience is how it can transform your relationships. The empathy and understanding you've developed through facing your own challenges will enhance your ability to collaborate with others. You'll find yourself better able to support friends, family, and colleagues through their own difficulties, strengthening your connections and building deeper trust. Moreover, as you consistently demonstrate resilience in the face of adversity, you'll build a reputation for dependability and strength. People will come to see you as someone who can weather any storm, a rock they can rely on in turbulent times. This not only enhances your personal relationships, but can also open up new opportunities in your professional life. But perhaps the most exciting aspect of your transformation is what you're now capable of achieving. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming now appear as opportunities for growth. You have the tools to approach each obstacle with a mindset focused on possibility rather than limitation. This shift in perspective alone can unlock doors you never even knew existed. Even more impressively, you now have the ability to build momentum even after significant failures. Where once a major setback might have derailed you for weeks or months, you now have the resilience to bounce back quickly, learn from the experience, and use it as fuel for your next attempt. This ability to maintain forward progress, regardless of obstacles, is a superpower in today's fast-paced, ever-changing world. As you continue to practice the concepts you've learned in this book, you'll find that resilience becomes increasingly effortless. The strategies that once required conscious effort will become second nature, embedded into your daily habits and thought patterns. You'll find yourself automatically reframing challenges, tapping into your inner resources, and maintaining a future focus without even realizing you're doing it. This doesn't mean that future challenges will disappear. Life will always have its ups and downs. But as your resilience skills strengthen over time, these challenges will feel less and less daunting. You'll approach them with a quiet confidence, knowing that you have the tools and the mindset to handle whatever comes your way. Your path forward is one of continuous growth and self-improvement. Each new day brings fresh opportunities to refine your resilience, to learn from your experiences, and to push the boundaries of what you thought possible. Embrace these opportunities. See each sunrise not just as the start of another day, but as the dawn of new possibilities. As we conclude our journey together, I want to leave you with a powerful truth, a realization that encapsulates the essence of everything we've explored. This is the stunning, high-value payoff that ties together all the threads of resilience we've woven throughout this book. You are the author of your own story, the captain of your own ship, the architect of your own destiny. The challenges you face are not roadblocks, but plot twists in the grand narrative of your life. With the tools of resilience at your disposal, you have the power to shape these twists into triumphs, to transform setbacks into comebacks, and to write a story of continuous growth and achievement. This realization is more than just a feel-good platitude. It's a profound shift in how you engage with the world. It means that no matter what life throws at you, you have the inner resources to not just survive, but to thrive. It means that every challenge, every setback, every moment of adversity is an opportunity for you to demonstrate your strength, to learn, to grow, and to become an even better version of yourself. As you close this book and step back into your daily life, carry this truth with you. Let it be the lens through which you view every challenge, every setback, every unexpected twist in your journey. Remember that you are resilient, you are resourceful, and you are constantly evolving. Your story doesn't end here. In many ways, it's just beginning. Each new dawn brings with it the opportunity to write a new chapter, to face new challenges, and to achieve new heights. Embrace this journey with open arms, knowing that you are well equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey towards greater resilience. As you embrace this new chapter in your life, remember that resilience is just the beginning. To truly thrive in the face of life's challenges, you'll need to pair your newfound resilience with sharp, clear thinking. But how can you ensure your mind stays focused when the pressure is on? There's a crucial skill that complements everything you've learned here, taking your ability to overcome obstacles to the next level. Ready to discover the missing piece that will solidify your transformation? For the ultimate guide to making smart decisions in tough times, don't miss the audiobook, Stay Calm, Think Smart, The Art of Critical Thinking in Difficult Situations. Tap the center of the video now to continue your transformation journey.